Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here. It is Thursday, February the 20th. So we continue with the book of Genesis. Now we're in chapter 9. So Noah left the ark with his wife and his sons' wives and offered a burnt offering to the Lord. God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you shall rest on every animal of the earth, on every bird and so on. Every morning, every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. And just as I give you the green plants, I give you everything." Isn't that a kind of a repeat what God said to Adam and Eve? Only you shall not eat, see there's always an only, right? Only you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. Now why? Why is this? Well, there's a reason why. None of this is just like, because that's what I don't want you to do. Maybe that's what a lot of people think, because God is arbitrary. No, and you see the key is only you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood, because they understood in those days that life was in the blood. They weren't all that far off. There is a real truth here, because when you lose your blood, you lose your life, right? So, but they thought the animating spirit was in the blood. So when they ate the blood of animals, they were imbibing, they thought, the strength of the spirit of the animal. And they were, in effect, inadvertently communing with demons. So it was leading to idolatry and all sorts of problems that basically corrupted them as individuals and corrupted their society. So God forbade them from doing this. Wise father. Now, but it's not wrong to eat a rare steak if that's what you want to do. You know, it's the idea that was involved in eating flesh with its life, that is its blood. And obviously if you were to do that today, it would be wrong, right? And it's not, I'm pretty sure it's not even healthy drinking blood. Although some people do this for health reasons, but it can still be very weird and even in occult practices. So we should just, obviously God was being a good father to his children. He's not saying don't eat meat, but you shall only eat flesh. Only you shall not eat flesh with his life, that is his blood. He's not saying you can't eat flesh, right? So that's just a thought as to why these things, were in place, why God put them in place. Okay, over to the gospel. This is Mark chapter 8. Jesus went with his disciples, same thing, to the village of Caesarea Philippi, and on his way he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" And then some say, they give the crowd's answer, John the Baptist, others Elijah, and still others one of the prophets. Okay, so that's the survey. Survey says, John the Baptist, Elijah, one of the prophets, like Jeremiah and so on. But Jesus said, well, who do you say that I am? So he goes right, he's narrowing the scope, all right? So from the wide to the narrow, now the narrow is to the apostles, who do you say that I am? And then one answers, because they probably didn't know what to say. But it's one who answers. Peter answered him, "You are the Messiah." In other words, well, this is Mark's version. Matthew will have him say the words, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." And he sternly ordered them not to tell anyone. And then right away he links the fact that as Messiah, he has come here he's on mission. Jesus began to teach them that the Son of Man must undergo great suffering and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests. And then Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. They don't want to hear this, all right? Probably because they love him a lot. But at the same time, they don't want to suffer either. Where the teacher goes, the student follows, right? But turning and looking at his disciples, Jesus rebuked Peter. Says, "Get in your place, mind your place. Get behind me, Satan, for you are setting your mind not on divine things, but on human. I will teach you. This is God's will, and you have to accept it if you want true freedom. If you want true happiness, do it my way." Truly, Jesus is the only one who can say, "My way or the highway." Do it my way, and my way is to do the will of the Father. So he will teach them what it means to do the will of the Father, no matter what the cost. So you and I need to be resolved every single day to do the will of the Father, to do the will of God, not to put it off, and not to shrink back because of sacrifice. Pray every day that God will give you the grace to do what he wants you to do. God bless you.